Hello everyone, hello subs, this is Derrick Yasha, and today I'm going to review the Leprechaun films, of course, being Leprechaun 1, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4, Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun Back into the Hood. So yeah, let's get into Leprechaun 1. Okay, for me, I know Helsing hates the movie, but for me, Leprechaun 1 will always be a classic for me. Mainly, what I'll always remember is, fuck you, Lucky Charms. Yeah, that will never leave my brain. That will never leave my memory. Fuck you, Lucky Charms. So yeah, mainly the movie is about, of course, that this guy is trying to kill this leprechaun at first. Okay, this old guy. Apparently he couldn't kill him. He just puts him in a crate box and puts a four-leaf clover over the crate box. And of course, the old guy dies from a heart attack. We cut to a few years later, and of course that there's these three guys that paint houses. Of course that the two guys being adults and one of them being a kid. Okay, well apparently Jennifer Anderson tags along with them, this and that. They want to remodel the house. When of course that the guy and the kid see this rainbow, they go over there and they see a pot of gold, and like the dumbass he is, he eats the gold coin, so that plays into the movie later. Okay, so then what happens is I think the leprechaun comes back to life, and of course wants his gold, and of course he wants that gold coin back. So yeah, mainly for that, I don't want to give spoilers for Leprechaun 1. Okay, but all I could say is, it was a really good movie. It's 5 out of 5. Mainly everything is good. The visuals was good, the cinematography is good. Everything is just good about the movie. Okay. So, let's move on to the sequel, Leprechaun 2. Okay. Um, Basically what they did was, what happened in Leprechaun 1, they took that continuity out and, of course, just had their own thing in Leprechaun 2. Of course, that, Leprechaun wanting, this beautiful woman, and, of course, he's talking with this guy, look at that beautiful woman. And, of course, that, it's his daughter, of course. It's the guy's daughter that Leprechaun was talking with. And he's like, no, you can't have her. Anything else, but you can't have her. And then Leprechaun is like, if she sneezes 3 times or something like that, then I could have her. You know? So yeah, pretty much, like a lot of years later, let's just say like 1,000 or 100 years later, it's modern day, of course, that, it's a reincarnation of the girl. And of course that, Leprechaun is trying to get her. I'll just leave the movie off there, because I don't want to give spoilers for Leprechaun 2. Okay. Um, everything gets 5 out of 5 for that movie. It's pretty excellent. And I think this is Helsing's favorite sequel to Leprechaun, basically. This is the only one that he likes. Okay, let's move on to Leprechaun 3. The over-the-top cheesiness of the franchise. Okay, well, mainly, I don't know what the fuck is happening. The continuity is changing. They forget what happens in 2 and mainly make their own thing in 3. That Leprechaun was stone, and then, you have to you have to have this like weird medallion around his neck or something like that. I can't exactly remember what it was. What the leprechaun is allergic to is a silver rod. So yeah, pretty much it went from a four-leaf clover to this, and now a fucking silver rod. Are you serious? But I'm guessing it's different directors. That's why, you know, mainly Mark Jones was the director of the first movie. The second movie, director Rodman Felder, and of course the third movie is Brian Tetchin Smith. Yeah, mainly I think it was different writers too. Yeah, you had different writers. Maybe that's why. If that's the case, then, they never seen the first movie. But anyways, mainly it takes place in Las Vegas, Leprechaun 3, but yeah, enough said. Mainly from what I can remember from the movie is, there's a woman coming out of the TV, and of course that she turns into a robot and kills this old guy. That's it. It's been a long time since I ever seen the movie, but anyways, three gets a 1 out of 5, just because of Workus Davis. Okay, just because Workus Davis. Everything else just fucking sucked about the movie. So yeah, pretty much that explains that. Okay, let's move on to one of the most hated films, Leprechaun 4 in space. Okay, so for me, I like the beautiful woman, the alien woman in there, because of course later we get her taking off her top. Okay, so yeah, that pretty much that was the only scene I liked out of the whole movie. Everything else about Leprechaun 4 sucked. It was just terrible. You know, I mean, for me, anyways. Other than that, ugh, it just gets a 1 out of 5, maybe just for Workus Davis and the topless woman later in the movie. Okay, Leprechaun in the Hood. Let's move on to that. Okay, pretty much, I don't understand how did the series become much worse than, the fucking Hellraiser movies. Most of them, anyways. Yeah, so anyways, I don't have to explain Leprechaun in the Hood. You could guess what it is for yourself, but mainly it's garbage acting and garbage stuff, okay? Mainly for me, I think the movie maybe just gets a 1 out of 5 just for the rap sequence at the end. The Leprechaun rapping. That's the only good thing out of the whole movie. Okay, and then the last and final movie, which is Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Okay, and mainly isn't that a ripoff of the Scream cover with the characters standing like that? Mainly she's in the front and the rest of them are in the back. Yeah, pretty much that's a ripoff of the Scream covers. Mainly Scream 1, Scream 2, and Scream 3. Okay, well, anyways, Leprechaun Back to the Hood is shitty acting, and it's a terrible movie at its worst. Okay, this movie does not get anything from me. You know what it gets? A negative 5 out of 5. That's how bad it is, okay? It doesn't make no sense. And, how could they put a 4-leaf clover into a gun? Seriously, I can understand if you opened up the bullet capsule and then, chopped up the 4-leaf clover into the bullets. Yeah, put it in the bullet hole or whatever it is. Mainly that could have worked, but no. You have to put a 4-leaf clover into a gun. Now, yeah, how am I supposed to really believe that, when somebody shoots a gun, the 4-leaf clover goes with it whole? No, you're supposed to chop that shit in half and put it in the gun. Or you know what? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong down there. It's been a long time since I ever seen Leprechaun Back to the Hood, but I don't think I would ever watch it ever again. Because how fucking terrible the movie is. But yeah, pretty much that's it for, the Leprechaun movie reviews, Other than that, Leprechaun 4 is just good for the topless scene with the alien chick, and that's it. Um, if you want to check out these movies, but, the only reason why I got, Leprechaun 4 is just for that, because I love that, seeing the whole movie. Everything else just sucked about Leprechaun 4. Sorry about that again, people, because usually it likes to, cut off sometimes. But yeah, what could I say? Marcus Davis, when those three films was, or two films, my mistake, two films was good. And, it just went downhill from there. So, I guess they should have stopped after two, but yeah. Pretty much you get two good movies and then you get, four terribly bad sequels. Yeah, but me, I have to have them to complete the collection, just to complete them. So yeah, that's it. I'm out. Peace.